So, it's been a while. First things first, I hope you all had a wonderful start into the new year and relaxing holidays. I know the winter months can be tough. But, now to address the elephant in the room, the title says HemlockClan, not LichenClan. A lot has changed since I uploaded my first YouTube video. It was a lot of fun. I loved the feedback, I loved the process. I am definitely going to make more. I don't have a schedule, but I'm going to try my best. But like I said, a lot has changed, not just in my life, but with my relationship with art as well, mostly. I had LichenClan Part 2 ready. I also played ahead to Year 2. And I was doing the drawings, I had all of them, but I redrew them, and I never liked how they turned out. I had all of them, but I didn't like what I had, so I put it to the side. I procrastinated, as I often do. And when I went back to start the recording, to edit the video, and to play ahead to Year 3, so I had something ready for the third part, turns out all of my ClanGen saves were gone. I'm not quite sure what happened. All of my saves were gone. LichenClan was gone. CodeClan, a clan I was making a webcomic about on Tumblr, was gone. All my personal clans were gone that I've been playing for a while. Safe to say, I was pretty bummed out. So, if you're really interested in seeing how LichenClan continues, I do still have Part 2 theoretically ready. I still have the script, I still have my drawings that I didn't really like. If you want to see it, I would redraw them again, probably because my art style has slightly changed. But I have that, and if you want to see more of LichenClan after the second part, I would take the time to maybe code LichenClan again. I don't know how to code ClanGen. A wonderful individual on the Roleplay Discord channel, Eclipsing Suns, shout out again, I am on, did offer to help me code if I should want to do that. So that's up to you guys if you want to see the second part and more of LichenClan. But for now, we will continue with new clan. Speaking of, now's the time where I tell you about this new clan, HemlockClan. HemlockClan is hidden away deep in a hemlock forest, as the name suggests. Their camp sits in a dried up riverbed, hidden and sheltered by moss, ferns, and shrubs. However, the small cat group used to live in a completely different forest, a lush woodland deep in the valleys. After clear-cutting, they had to flee. And now, after many moons of traveling up the mountains and losing a lot of good cats, they found security and safety under the leading needle trees and renamed their clan after them in honor of finding a new home. Dandelion Star is still new to her leading role. However, she has always been a very capable deputy and so far has done an amazing job as leader. Painted by scars earned on the journey to their new home, she has lost many that were dear to her. Now, in their new home, she wishes for a fresh start and aims to lead her young clan with both honor and responsibility. This first year has shown just how far she's grown, and Pinepelt, the original leader, couldn't be prouder. Dandelion Star often sits on the jutting rocks that she uses to speak to the clan and gazes down to them with that light in her eyes that few can place, like she sees something precious and sacred. Or she's patrolling the territory, mapping it in her mind. She's often accompanied by log stripes. The leader's been finding herself getting flutters in her chest when she's close to the skilled warrior. Bearmane is HemlockClan's deputy and Dandelion Star's childhood friend. As soon as she received her 9 lives, she decided to choose her best friend as deputy. Maybe a bit of a childish choice, but who wouldn't feel better with their best friend by their side? Bearmane herself isn't confident in her abilities at all, and had been on the edge of asking her friend to step down, however has never been able to gather the courage to do so. Especially in the first few months, where she was also still training her apprentice. Despite all her worry, she's a really amazing deputy, and her worries are greatly misplaced. She is admired by many in HemlockClan. Sunbumble is both Bearmane's and Dandelion Star's childhood friend, and the three used to be inseparable as apprentices. At first he was a bit displeased that Dandelion Star chose Bearmane over him as deputy, but he got over it pretty quickly. He had helped Bearmane out with training her apprentice, as it was all getting a bit too much for her, being deputy and also training an apprentice in an environment she knew nothing about. This made him view her in a new light, having felt more respect for his friend. He hopes that she'll see herself in a better light one day as well. Sunbumble is liked throughout the clan. He's charming and quite frankly a handsome cat. He can always be seen helping around camp and chatting up with any cat who's around. Dandelion Star has grown the habit of seeking him out when she wants to hide away from her duties for a few moments. Sunbumble always seems to be able to spin some long-winded and believable tale as to why she's not available. While out on patrol with his leader one day, they found an abandoned kid and he decided to adopt it. Shiverspots is the medicine cat and he had a rough start. Everyone was still sick and hurt from the long journey to their new home, and he had no idea which and what herbs grew where. He tagged along with every patrol, walking his paws sore, but at least he had a grab of where herbs grew now, and everyone was somewhat healthy again, at least those who were left. Both he and Pinepelt mourned their old clan and blamed themselves for all those that they lost on the way. He's a very caring cat, and he shows his affection to the entire clan with small acts of kindness when he finds it hard to find the right words. He tends to keep to himself when not caring for the clan's aches and pains and is more of a loner. Logstripe is certainly an interesting character. He does his best to not let his spirits get too low, especially his mother, Pinepelt. They both lost his father as well as his siblings on the great journey, and he hates to think about his mother, once such a great leader, falling to her own mind. He spends a lot of time with her, but has made it his mission to bring a smile to every single cat of his clan as often as he can, even if it means making a fool of himself. Which he doesn't mind at all when it means he can pull a rare smile from the leader. He is quite drawn towards Dandelion Star and has a small crush on her. The poppy in his pelt was a gift from his mother, Pinepelt. Bluegrass earned her warrior name on the second moon of the year. Her mentor was Bearmane, and despite the jumpy and insecure nature of the warrior, she was an incredible mentor, a fact Bluegrass has to constantly remind Bearmane of. She hates seeing her mentor put herself down like this, and has started to dislike her mentor due to her negative attitude. Bluegrass is wise beyond her years, and might even make a great deputy or leader one day. At least that's what the rest of the clan thinks. She and Logstripe have grown to be very close and are often chattering away while sharing tongues in the camp clearing. Even though he helped train her, she doesn't really seem to like Sunbumble. I think it's his childish nature that's ticking her off. We've only had 2 new additions to the clan this first year. Hunter Ice, formerly only known as Hunter, joined the clan right at the end of UFO. He had run away from his two-leg nest, unable to stand the cruelty there. Finding these strange cats in the forest gave him hope. He's no fool. He knows he wouldn't survive out there alone, and he had planned to only stay with them as long as it took him to understand the outside world. However, he hasn't left yet, and truth be told, he enjoys knowing that he has cats relying on him and cats he can rely on, at least somewhat. Even if he finds it hard to connect to anyone in HemlockClan due to his kitty pet past. Anyone besides a young orange Tom who is constantly in his personal space, chewing his ear off with personal questions. Still, he doesn't seem to chase this pest, as he so charmingly puts it, away. That cat is Pumpkinfall. Pumpkinfall joined the clan at 5 moons old. He was found on a patrol by Dandelion Star and Sunbumble, who adopted him. His previous family had just left him there. He still didn't understand why, but he's happy and feels at home in the clan, and he loves his adoptive father. He's quite chatty, much to some cats' annoyance, especially Hunter Rice, who appeared to have become his favorite target. He was mentored by Dandelion Star herself and just got his full warrior name at the age of 11 moons. It's safe to say that was quite the boost to his ego. And lastly, we come to sweet old Pinepelt. Pinepelt, once Pine Star, was the leader of the clan before they moved and it was reformed into HemlockClan, and she was the one to lead the clan towards their new home. Once they settled in, she stepped down from her leader role and handed it off to her young deputy, Dandelion Spark. Despite not being able to lead the clan anymore, she is enjoying telling stories of their old home and her youth to anyone who will listen. Despite her age, she still threw herself into battle against a rogue when she saw her son Logstripes being attacked by one while out on patrol. She's currently still in the medicine cat den healing from the claw wounds, and I worry about her due to her age. I hope she survives. I like her a lot. And with that, we've come to the end of the first year of HemlockClan. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it, and I hope you don't feel too sad about LikeandClan not continuing for the foreseeable future. I will try my best to get a second part of HemlockClan out as soon as I can. I haven't played Into the Future yet, but I might do that today or another day. But you know how life can be sometimes, so like I said, I don't have a schedule, but I'll try my best. I still haven't fully figured out the lore and the stories yet, so if you have any ideas about the characters, the story of HemlockClan, theories, anything in general, please leave them in the comments. I love to read them. And any interactions, commenting, subscribing, liking, sharing, all the typical YouTube stuff helps small channels like my own grow. I also again want to apologize for the not so great audio quality. I do not have a mic. Well, I do have a mic, but it's a headset mic, so it's not the best. And if at any point in the video there's a cat noise in the background, that's my cat. He's currently sitting with me and he likes to talk to me. I have a multitude of different social medias that I'm somewhat more or less active on. They should be linked on my channel. I think I need to update it though because I just recently got a Toy House account. So please check me out there if you want, if you like my art and my stuff. And thanks again. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry about the long wait and I hope to see you again very soon.